Hello, love. How are you? Welcome home to Eden, darling. Are these flowers amazing? They smell so great. This is the kind of flower to get if you really want to smell something awesome. So why? You're asking, why am I turned off by my awesome boyfriend? He's sexy, he's handsome, he's, hardworking. Why doesn't he turn me on anymore? This is the thing to really get in touch with and actually ask him if he'd be willing to get in touch with. All right, it's all about a sense of adventure for the woman, but not male masculine adventure. It's adventure on your terms, darling. I'm here at this hotel in New Jersey. My job put me up here to train me. And, I meet this really handsome guy walking down the hall who's, super, oh my God, so buff and all that, Latin guy. And I'm like, ooh, gosh. And I walk by him and I think, ooh, good thing I'm avoiding him because he's hot. I gotta go do my work. But then I run into him again and he's flirting like crazy and I'm like, okay, this is fun, let's just flirt. And we end up, he's talking and it turns out we're both salsa dancers, and so I say, oh, I know what we could do, we could hang out by, let's just meet up in a half hour and salsa dance down here, like in the lobby or out on the patio or down one of the private hallways or something. And he's like, okay, so, but I lost my phone and I couldn't tell what time it was, so I got there late and he wasn't there, and then I called him and he was like, I'm in bed and forget it. And I was like, well, okay. But I said, well, why don't we just dance a little bit? That's the greatest way to start off a work week. And he's like, the truth is, I don't do things like that. I don't dance in verandas and hallways or lobbies. That is just not something I would actually do. And got it. You wouldn't even be a fun friend to have. You would be no fun at all. Because all these guys, sweetheart, what they're doing is, they won't take risks anymore. They think a sense of adventure is climbing a mountain or skiing down a mountain or jumping out of an airplane. They think that's adventure, and maybe it is on some level, of course, but it is not feminine adventure, right? Feminine adventure has to do with emotional risk-taking, creativity in, is the guy willing to be a little off balance, a little out of his element? Is he willing to do things you want to do that he won't be good at and he won't look as good as you doing? That's what real adventure is for you. So if your guy has lost his sense of adventure and what he thinks he's doing is just providing this, masculine thing that's always in control, truth is, the whole control dominance thing works only well in one place, and that's the bedroom. But in daily life, we've got to have equality, and we need the guy to be enjoying things we enjoy on our terms, okay? And that's often being a little quirky, a little off the beaten path, into some forest that maybe belongs to somebody else where you're not supposed to be, or dancing on a veranda in the moonlight at a hotel where people would see, God forbid. So how do you call back in? How do you even get him to be aware of a real sense of adventure, of real openness of the heart? One thing is just the risk-taking that's emotional. Will he open himself up? Because the thing about us women is we're at a disadvantage in that our emotions show usually really easily, and our desire can be felt, and we're smaller bodies, we can be pushed over, so we're already feeling vulnerable. So at what point does he make himself vulnerable to you? Does he make himself part of your game and allow you? Because really, wouldn't it be cool if he was off balanced enough to be open and freed up, but he maintained a certain kind of dominance energy that's his providership of containment for your joy and your free expression. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Because that kind of dominance in the bedroom we're talking about that works so well, it's not about if you say no, he keeps going. No, that's actually real abusive dominance. That's not what we're talking about. Of course, he knows the dominance is a game. If you ever said you didn't want to do something, he would completely respect you. That's what we're talking about. But it's more like he's willing to play the game, so that you can let go and you can lead things. You need to lead. While he's doing the dominance, providership of containment, you need to be able to lead him into your realm of heaven. And whether that's some new kind of music you want to play in the car, or that's some place you want to go on the beach at the wrong time, when you should be going to bed. Get the guy who has this real sense of adventure, who's willing to do things on your terms he's never done before, and be off balance, off center, open-hearted, in spontaneity and improvisational expressiveness. Okay, love? All right. Love, life, and sweetheart, he might not be the one for you. I didn't even want to be friends with this guy once I realized how rigid he was, how he had no playfulness. Why? Just because they're gonna be so strong for you and all that kind of stuff? Well, oh my God, where's his fun too? He's lost it, right? His fun has become all about the male world, how successful he is in that world and how well he's doing with his job. He's no longer on an adventure that into other realms of being, of the heart, spirit, and mind, which means getting into new territory that you can guide him into, that the flowers of nature can guide him into. Okay, much love, darling. Love, life.